Hey everyone, what's going on? We're back with another update on what's happening here in the Utah real estate market. Now, if you've been watching the market over the past couple of months, this is going to seem like it's going all over the place. And honestly, it is. This is something that's pretty perplexing. It's interesting to see that prices are up, then they're down, then they're back up again. Sales, same thing. Sometimes they're climbing, sometimes they're dropping off. It is very volatile out there right now. We're going to cover everything you need to know about Utah real estate here in this video. If you're new to the channel, I want to welcome you. Thank you for watching this video. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for jumping on this journey with us and following along. As always, if you're looking to buy or sell real estate here along the Wasatch Front or anywhere in the entire state of Utah, make sure to reach out to me, call, text, or email anytime. My information is here on the screen, and you can find it in the description box below, as well as a bunch of other information about what you need to know when it comes to living in Utah. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump on my screen here and take a look at this information. So for the month of April, you can see that we had 2,782 home sales. If you've seen this chart before, you can see the count here. This shows how many home sales actually happened in that particular month. Now, this is actually a drop that is pretty substantial from the month of March. In March, we had 3,285, and we dropped down to 2,782. So we actually had, what is that? That's about 500 home sales difference from the month of April compared to the month of March. You can also see that the median sales price actually declined ever so slightly to $475. So this is across all markets. This is the entire Wasatch Front MLS system. We also saw that the sales price to original listing price dropped as well. We saw this climb up from January. We hit 96% in March and then 95% in April. So this did actually drop a little bit, which I think is going to be welcome relief for buyers out there in the market. Typically at this time of year, we start to see things pick up, but we may have a different story this time around. You can also see here in this last column, the median days on market was pretty high back here in the winter. It started to drop in March, and then it dropped a little bit more in April. So there are homes that are selling quickly, but there's not as many homes overall that are selling during this time. If we go back and compare to prior years, if you look back here between March and April of 2022, we saw 4,000 home sales both of these months, right? There's only, seven home sales difference here in this month. So from 4,000 all the way down to 2,782 is a pretty substantial drop year over year. That's about a 40% drop year over year, and prices are down pretty substantially from that time as well. We saw a median sales price of about 530 in April. And for April of this year, we're sitting at 475,000. Again, going back even a year beyond that to kind of see what it looks like historically. March of 2021, 4,000 home sales. And then April of 2021, we saw 4,367. So 2022 was already a down year for the number of sales. Now 2023 is down even more. So this is a pretty substantial decrease for this information. All right, so now we're going to take a look at some different specifics. We're going to look at single family homes only, right? Because we were just looking at all home types. We were looking at single family, townhomes, condos, twin homes, even mobile homes were on that list there. We're only going to look at single family detached home, which is going to be your typical house that anybody thinks of when they think of a home, right? So we're going to look at Wasatch County. We're going to look at Summit County. We're going to look at Tooele. We're going to look at Salt Lake, Utah, Davis, and Weber County. So these are going to be the 7 counties that make up the main metro market here in northern Utah. So let's go ahead and take a look at this information. This is going to include all single family homes, no townhomes, no condos, nothing like that, just these single family homes. I want to get a sense of what's happening in this range because this is really going to be reflective of the overall market. For the month of April, we saw 1,615 home sales. So we're down about 300 home sales when looking at only single family homes. However, prices for single family homes are actually up just slightly here to $549,990. So we're up about $2,000, and the sales to listing price is up slightly as well, from 95% to 96%. So again, really interesting information. This days on market column actually follows the same data that we saw just previously. So when you take a look at only single family home data, you can actually see that the median sales price for homes in these areas is still sitting at about $550,000, and that hasn't changed much from where we were last year. We have come down, of course. We saw this all-time high back in May and June of 2022 at 610,000. We came down off of that pretty quickly in October, hitting 553, even dropped down to 526 here in January of 2023 before climbing back up to $550,000. So it's pretty interesting to see how the seasonality of the market actually affects things overall. We saw prices come down going into the winter, and now that we're in the spring selling season, more people are choosing to purchase homes, more people are choosing to sell homes, and we're starting to see this the sales prices actually start to climb up. Now let's take a look at what's happening with the inventory across the market. So this is looking at a daily snapshot. This is showing all active inventory for the month of April. If we look here back in April 1st, 2023, we had 6,490 active listings. You can see if we go back to 2022, we started to see this number climb up as interest rates started to climb throughout the month. So we started the month at roughly 2,600 and ended the month, or at least hit an all-time high for the month at 3,600, right? So that's almost 1,000 extra active listings throughout the month. However, looking at the blue line here on the top, this is 2023. So yes, the number of listings is up substantially. We're up about 2.5 times from where it was, but it is staying mostly steady. We've been at 6,490. We dropped down a little bit. We climbed up a couple hundred, and we've ended the month of April at 6,643. So we actually only saw about an increase of about 100 homes during this time. For the month of April. We should actually go right here, 6,692. This is April 30th. If we scroll down here and take a look at the number of homes that are under contract, so we have the daily snapshot for backup listings and as well as under contract listings. Now, these are essentially the same thing. There's just two different classifications that both mean that the home is technically under contract, which means that they've accepted an offer on the home. But if we take a look at this, you can see that the number of homes that are in backup position has climbed substantially through the month. We started at about 568 and finished off the month at about 617, whereas the number of homes that are under contract for 2023 were actually at about 4,500 for the month of April. So this has climbed up a little bit, but it's staying mostly flat. We're not seeing the big increase in inventory or the big increase in sales like you normally see at this time of year. So with all that being said, guys, there's a lot of information to know out there. I hope you enjoyed this information. Please consider subscribing to the channel. And also, as always, if you're looking to buy or sell real estate, make sure to reach out to me, call, text, or email anytime. My information will be here on the screen. I love hearing from you guys. I've had people from all across the world relocate here and also a lot of local people reach out as well. And I absolutely love helping you. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to reach out. And with that said, we'll catch you guys in the next one.